Welcome to Raiko's Reliquary, your go-to channel for guides and tutorials on Darkfall Rise of Agon. Today's tutorial is going to be on Enchanting and Transmutation. Enchanting and Transmutation use a variety of materials that you get from PvE, as well as chests, map hunting, and other activities in the game. Just going to open my bank now and show you an example of the different qualities. I've got them in 5 different bags here, as well as catalysts. There are 20 different enchanting materials for each of the quality levels, ranging from Bile to Venom Sac. These are the Q1s, through the Q5, and the catalyst down the end here. When enchanting items and armor, you can use a mixture of enchanting levels. So you could mix a Q1 and Q5, highly unadvisable, but it is possible to do it. When you mix enchanting levels, your results do vary. However, most people, when they, for example, use a quality 3 enchant, if they're talking about it, a keen, for example, would be 5 Q5 Q3 Bile, 5 of the Elemental Cinder, again Q3, and 5 of one of the Q3 Dark Taints, plus 1 Newman, as you always need 1 Catalyst. You also need 100 gold, but that's taken from your bank automatically. Now when enchanting, because enchanting materials are often very expensive, I do suggest you enchant in a safe area. Sanguine is the capital city. You will have a capital recall on the bottom of your minimap where you can come to Sanguine. And then you cannot be attacked in Sanguine. Makes it a very nice place to do your enchanting. To get to the Enchanting Station, you just need to run southeast from the bank. You'll be able to see a little icon down here on your minimap for the Enchanting Station. You're looking for a building with a gold ring. There it is, just coming up now. And you can find these in other NPC cities, as well as player hamlets and player cities. There are a few NPC cities that the Enchanting Station is not in, and these are the NPC Starter Cities for when we used to actually all start in different areas. So, for example, although we are in Sanguine here on the world map in the human zone, the starter cities of Heart of Yana, Monkfield, and Sambrook will not have the Enchanting Station, whereas advanced cities like Copperdale will do. Now, shortly I'm going to show you a couple of enchanting examples and take you through the interface. You'll need to know, of course, what materials you need to do the enchanting or transmutation, and I suggest you use the Rise of Agon wiki. So it's wiki.riseofagon.com. I brought up the main page here. There are a couple of things you might want to click on. Enchanting Materials, I'll open that in a new tab, and then down here, Enchanting itself. In the Enchanting Materials, it's got a list of every single enchanting material for each of the qualities, and you can click on them and it will bring up the icon, which is quite useful for identifying. In the enchanting part of the wiki itself, you've got an example of the GUI that I'm about to show you, a bit of information, list again of the enchanting materials, and then the list of the enchants that you can do on your weapons, general, and your staves. I've got to mention, of course, that there is a transmutation section of the wiki that will give you all the various transmutation recipes that you can have, including now all the staves are back in the game. Transmutation is especially useful for physical weapons and bows, because you will then be able to start doing some elemental damage, and a lot of monsters are weak to particular elemental types. So, whereas the Enchanting Station, just going to press use and it brings up the interface. There are 3 different rows here. When I drop my Cobra Staff Mysticism, you can see that I've already enchanted on the 2nd row. The mana efficiency, all 2nd row enchants, will come up as the suffix when describing an enchant, so mana efficiency of Mysticism. The 3rd row is very important, as this is where all transmutation is done. You will not be able to put a standard enchant in the transmutation. If you do and click enchant, you will waste materials. And if you try to put in transmutation enchant in any of the top 2 rows and click enchant again, you will waste materials. I've got some materials ready to go in a second bag here. One of the reasons why we've got a second bag is when I put the materials in here and I can close it and open it again, when I click the enchant, especially if you're doing multiple enchants, the materials will go back into this bag at the location that you have dropped them. So if I wanted to stack them up like that, close and open the bag, they're going to stay that way. So I'm just going to drag that over. I've got 5 of each, which is what you need for any enchant. Click enchant, and there we go. We've got the prefix enchant, which is the top one here. This is magnitude, so a keen cobra staff of mysticism. Now, for other items like armor and jewelry, you can only have one row of an enchant. There's no transmutation options, so that makes it a little bit easier. So as you said, I can just drop the item in there and it'll bring it up, or if I want to, I can search through the list here, double left click on it, and it'll bring the item straight up. So that gives you a brief intro into enchanting and transmutation. Hope that's been useful. As always, your feedback is appreciated, so leave a comment including any suggestions for future videos you would like to see. And click subscribe if you'd like to be made aware when new videos are available. So that's all from me for today. I'll see you in Agon.